And Aruba is becoming more informative for our visitors with these booths. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Today's show surrounds sustainability and tourism, starting with an interview with the general manager of one of the, if not the leading properties on the island, striving for excellence in green energy. Bukudi and Tata Beach Resorts is setting the standard. Bukudi and Tata Beach Resorts' green initiatives started back in the 1980s with environmental conservation. Once that was accomplished, they were then Green Globe certified, Earth checked, and now the property is on the way to attaining the LEED certification, which is the ultimate accomplishment in sustainability standards for hotels. This all started just by listening to the tourists.
It actually started partially with our customers who demanded that we are more environmentally conscious. They hated the fact that we were using plastic, and this goes back many, many years. So the first thing we did is cut out plastics, and then we started when the prices of oil started to increase. Rather than increasing our rates to compensate for the losses, we started to implement safeguards to save as much energy as possible. And from one thing, it evolved into the next thing, and eventually we had a whole green program together and then became certified. And I tell you, it really helps also with our customers. Our customers seek us out sometimes because of the environmental safeguards that we have in place, because they feel that their footprint that they leave when they go on vacation is much less than if they would stay at a hotel that doesn't care.
In order to be successful in transitioning a property into a sustainable development, the employees must be on board. Bukudi and Tata have both the staff as well the guests to do their part.
It starts with the employees who physically and actively contribute to the environmental cause. It comes from the customer side who actively help us. For instance, we go out once a month, we clean up our mile of beach. We have a number of safeguards in the hotel that make sure that we absolutely minimize the amount of trash that we send to the public dump. And of course, it generates a lot of goodwill among the public and future guests even. They pick us off the internet because of our environmental program.
The boutique hotel has achieved many accomplishments already, but it doesn't stop here. Currently, the property is looking towards continuing investments and supporting the government's 2020 sustainability vision.
We continuously try to improve on what we're doing by selecting the newest in equipment. We, at the moment, are very heavily supporting the government effort for green energy. In other words, we have not installed any of the technology ourselves here because we feel that by supporting the web and the Elmar and other generating facilities, that we support them rather than doing it on our own, and then later on they having a problem in having obsolete equipment that they cannot afford to have. So we try to assist in that sense as well. So rather than individually do it as a group and do it as an island.
When we come back, we take a look at another boutique resort on the island that is implementing efforts to reach a more environmentally friendly level. Stay with us. After the break, find out what new systems Manchego has set in place to be more environmentally friendly. Welcome back from the break, and you are watching 15 on 15. More and more hotels on the island are heading towards the sustainability direction. The latest property to join the movement is Manchego. They took the opportunity during their latest renovation process to incorporate greener systems. The general manager of Manchego Beach Resort and Spa says their goal is to care for Aruba's environment, beaches, turtles, and more, reason being why they implemented the green program. The program, however, would not be successful if others didn't strive towards the same goal.
We get our staff involved, our guests involved, and you see results in a certain way, like for instance your energy consumption and water consumption and gas consumption goes down. But you also see that there's more, the employees especially, they're taking care better of the resort, but also we want them to bring it back home. So we give them a lot of ideas of how they can be also green at home. For Aruba, but also for themselves, to see where they can save money on water, electricity and gas.
The green program currently has conserving energy as priority number 1. Investments and changes have been made to save power.
For instance, electricity is our biggest cost. Yeah, so we look to see where ways we can reduce it. This past year we have split units. We changed all of them into inverter units, and I've seen a dramatic drop in electricity usage. So that's a big investment for the hotel, of course, but it's paying back very handsomely. And also we, with each renovation that we do, being at the restaurant, being in the room, we look to see what are the opportunities to right away introduce all the possible latest green technologies to make sure that we stay on the ball. Because that's usually a good moment when you redo something to take a step back and see what's possible.
An increased investment must be made in order to see results and save costs, but Edgar says it is worth it. Water is another area of concern. Manchego reuses water on the property whenever possible.
For instance, water is another important big bill right after the electricity bill. We collect all the water from the showers. We collect all the dripping water, the water from the air conditioning units that drip. That's a lot of water together. And at night we irrigate, we collect it, and we irrigate it for all our gardens. I do that at home too. Yeah? Okay. I have a little drip system, but also all the buckets of water. And in the morning you water all the plants, the pots. So that's a good way.
A congratulations is in order to these resorts making the effort in being greener. Don't go anywhere. The island as a whole is now a more informative product for visitors as tourist booths have been implemented. Stay with us. ATA explains why these booths are so necessary in creating a better Aruba product. Next. Now, if you've traveled to downtown Oranjestad lately, you would have seen new tourism booths set in place. But it's not only there, it's elsewhere as well, making Aruba a better product as a destination. The heart of downtown Oranjestad's Main Street is a new information booth available for tourists.
Now, everywhere in the world we go, we see a tourist information booth. But the question is, why is it important to give tourists information?
Tourists need to feel safe when they are on island. Through information provision, we can give them a sense of security and safety. And also it is very important in order to distribute the information of everything that is available on island, so they can experience everything and not just certain parts of the island which are more known on certain media. So we give them information in order to experience the whole Aruba product.
Well, giving tourists information is important for many reasons. One of them is to facilitate their vacation. When a tourist asks questions and they're somewhere, they don't know who to ask, they can just easily walk up to us and ask us any question. Second part is that they receive the correct information. As an Yentl Lieuw officer, you're trained to give the best possible information, the most up-to-date information.
It is necessary to implement this project in order to further develop the island as a product. Visitors should be under the impression that there are trained tourism representatives at their service at all times. You ask and you shall receive. The process of adding information booths to the island started with tourists' suggestion.
In 2013, ATA, we did a research on how tourists benchmarks Aruba against other islands within the Caribbean. And then there were some improvement points. And information center, the availability of information, the provision of information was one of those points. And then the idea just came up through ATA in brainstorming sessions, and now we needed someone or like a vessel to inform tourists. From the one came another, and then now we have the happy information officers on the island who are distributing information to tourists proactively on different things that they may need during their stay on island.
Locals and tourists should become accustomed to seeing the booths around because Aisha says they are here to stay.
It started in December 2014 as a pilot project, and after 3 months we can successfully say right now we're going to go for full implementation. So it's going to start in March up to December, and then from December we're going to continue as well.
The job of the information officers is to provide tourists with accurate information only. They are not affiliated with any companies, tours, or retailers.
For the moment, we don't promote any particular organization or company or whatever. We don't hand out flyers to promote certain things. But what we do hand out is currently we hand out a map, which is also made by ATA, just to give the tourist a general idea of what the island looks like, routes to take, and stuff like that.
Currently, there are 3 locations available: the Main Street, the Cruise Terminal, and the Palm Beach. For 15 and 15, I am Dorshan Salmon.
It is most certainly a great initiative as well addition to the island. It certainly makes Aruba's visitors feel more secure that someone from the tourism board is there to answer any questions that they may have. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow night with a new edition of the show at 7:15 p.m. So we'll see you then.